Christmas period, when it comes to selling on eBay, drives me insane. I've had 5 parcels not arrive in the last week, trying to deal with that amongst everything else. I don't know why I find that so stressful. Now, a lot of these items, granted, have taken so far about 10 days to go through, but bear in mind some of those were weekends and then into the week. I don't think some customers really understand how much of a backlog it gets around end of November, beginning of December. The postage does slow. So they have like 350 odd days of, well, not 350, 340 days of like average postage times, and they expect their parcels within 2 to 4 days max. Some are now waiting like 6 to 10 before they arrive, and they're just feeling very uncomfortable. And I'm getting question. Where's my item? Where's my item? Where's my item? Kyle, this is not an attack at you. You are one of them that didn't get your item, and you've been messaging me trying to find out where it is. I've just refunded in the end. I know but the thing is, I know the parcel was still going to arrive. Do you know what I mean? So what I am going to start doing is implementing eBay's thing where you buy the labels through eBay, so then when they do arrive, apparently we get protection, but I don't know when that comes in. But my point is, like, it's Christmas time. Parcels take a little while extra to come and to arrive. You know, it's the way that it always has been every year. But I've had a laugh. I've got one sold actually, but the other one, 20 quid that hasn't arrived. I've got a Crash Bandicoot figure, hadn't arrived. An IKEA dinosaur hadn't arrived. A toolbox hasn't arrived. A Lemax thing hadn't arrived until yesterday, which took 9 days, but it did get there. You know, these parcels do and will get there. Of course, there is a chance that by the time this video is out and a few weeks later that they actually didn't arrive, and I will update you on that, but I just know they will. This happens every year. But Kyle's a good guy. He's purchased off me many times, and I know if they arrive, he'll reach out and he'll sort the payment out. What annoys me about that parcel is, Kyle, if you're watching, I actually put a free gift in there for you. Put a little, I won't tell you in case it arrives, but it's just like, I've had 5 different people messaging me the same things over and over again, and I can only give the same response. Screenshot the tracking, which everybody has access to. If you go onto the tracking, and then click on go to website, and then type in your postcode, you get to see everything that I get to see. But I think sort of like a bit of a delay over Christmas is expected and should be allowed, you know, like, it is what it is. But hey, what do we do, eh? It's the same every year for us. It's the same every year for customers, but a lot of customers seem to forget. All we can do is smile and go and make a YouTube video about it, getting it off our chests. Today is a sales day, and we have a couple from Vinted actually going out. Lee actually cleaned up my wardrobe yesterday, so I've got nothing in there now, which means I can now list a couple more things. Should we start with Vinted? Let's start with Vinted. There's only 3 on there to go out. This is a Bash Dash t-shirt. Picked it up from the charity shop on one of my last trips, which was about 7 months ago. It's been sitting in my clothing boxes that I've been going through after tidying the garage. In fact, before I go any further, I need to do a big shout out to this mum Resells. She put an Instagram story out yesterday showing how lovely her garage is after she tidied it up, and it inspired me to have a good old tidy up. I mean, my garage, even when it's tidy, still looks absolutely terrible, but it's tidy, I promise. I've organised some things. Oh, but I have! Anyway, paid £3 for that because it looked weird and different. It's had a tag on it, Bash Dash. They're like a subpar, okay-ish brand when it comes to fishing tackle and stuff. This t-shirt wasn't worth... Well, I paid £3, sold it for 4, so I don't care. And for £12, Lee has picked up the... Is it Maya? It's not actually Maya. Maber t-shirt, number 10 on the back, tie-dye. I think it's 10, supposed to stand for messy or something. And I love this t-shirt. My Golden Virginia t-shirt. I've had a change up with my wardrobe, so all of this stuff has gone on there. See, a lot of this stuff is mine. I say mine, but I do buy it with the business money. I wear it for a bit and then I'll sell it. So it has to go back through the business unless I've spent my own cash on it. Like one of these that you'll see in a moment. I've sold something on Instagram. That didn't go into my business account because I didn't buy it for business. I bought it for me with my own money. So remember that, guys. If you are buying stuff from the charity shops for yourselves, I mean, it depends how you keep your records and how exact you are with it, but if you're buying stuff when you're on a charity shop trip to resell and you end up putting a few things in there for yourself, when it comes time for you to sell them again, ideally they must go back through the business because you bought them with business money. Otherwise, you can get yourself in a bit of bother. But Lee, massively appreciate you, mate. My Vinted is now empty. My Vinted and my eBay and all other links are linked down below if you want to go check them out. I mean, Vinted's quite empty right now. But with that being said, we're going to move into eBay. Oh, actually, no, let me show you the Instagram sale first. So I picked this up last December the 12th. I actually put an Instagram post up yesterday because I found it. So I was like, well, I'm going to sell it now. So I can't be asked to take all the pictures again. I've already taken some pictures. Let me just go find that post. It was almost a year to today. Well, what's the date today? 3rd, 12th, 9 days difference. I paid £10 for it. I wanted to keep it myself. It's a dual layer Oakley jacket. So this zips into it, a little Oakley. Let me move the camera over here because you really need to be able to appreciate this. So we've got an Oakley gilet, like fleece and whatever mix. Really nice one. Oakley software, which zips into this really nice Oakley software jacket. It's so sick, man. A couple of little marks here and there, but it's an old vintage jacket, you know? I paid £10 for that, thinking, yeah, I'll wear that, I'll wear that. It's been hung up there all last December through January, February, March, all the cold months. And we're just moving into those months again, and I'm not going to wear it, so I decided to sell it. I put it up for an absolute steal price. I paid £10 for the lot. I put it up for £55 all in, first come, first serve. And Alaya, I think it's Alaya. Pretty sure it was you. Yeah, I think I'm saying your name right. Alaya. Probably Alaya, actually. Alaya picked this one up. Massively appreciate it. She was like, I'll take it. It's a bargain. 55 quid for an Oakley software dual layer double up. Man, that's an absolute bargain. But it's been sat there for ages now. I wanted it moved. Cash is better than it sitting there. Or I could take all the pictures and let it sit there and go for like the 120 that I could get for it, let it sit there on eBay, deal with all the crap. I gave one of you guys a bargain, and sometimes I do that. If I'm clearing through stuff, if I put it on Instagram first, you better believe it's a lot lower the price than anybody else is asking. And again, my Instagram links is down below, same as my YouTube name, Ricky Resells. Go and check it out. So with that being said, Alaya, I hope I'm saying it right. I think it's Alaya. I hate it when I never know names fully. Massively appreciate it. She actually said, well, she might keep it depending on the fit or give it to her father-in-law, but man, you might as well sell it. Oh, Lee's just messaged, I might as well just buy your whole wardrobe off you. Haha, I've got so many clothes off you now. You did, you emptied my wardrobe, brother. Alaya actually said, perfect, mate. Watched your videos for 3 years now. Big supporter of the channel. I love it when stuff like that goes to people like you. You can't ask for better. Big bargains for big supporters. Really appreciate you. With that being said, we'll get that on the way to you today. With that being said, we're going to move into eBay now. Got a few cool little items going out. One of them I'm glad to get gone, but it's going to cost me probably more to post it than it is that I sold it for. But you would have noticed it sat on my shelf for ages. Yesterday I had a tidy up and decided to list it cheap, and it sold. Now, nobody can say that I'm not a top reseller. If I'm out there trying to make money, I'm the one that spends little and makes loads. I do big deals only, and that's just the way that I roll. We have got some Davidoff sunglasses. They're not even sunglasses. They're reading glasses. I got it wrong. Davidoff glasses. I sell them as frame only, even though they've got lenses in them because they're a prescription, so you just leave them in there. Somebody else can pop them out. Davidoff. Really, really nice glasses. Top reseller. Top worker. These have sold for £5.40 all in. You thought I was going to go somewhere with that, didn't you? Oh, check me out, mate. Best reseller in the world. Nobody cares about that attitude. £5.40 on them. They've been sat in my box for 7 months, 8 months maybe, because I listed for bigger prices. Drop. Nothing happened. Finally got a sale yesterday. I'm glad. I'm going to get rid of those £5 to £6 items off my eBay so badly. This is an absolute steal, and I've took an offer. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realise that. That is a bargain. What's happened there? How's that £12? What's gone on there? I didn't realise that. We've got a Teak RC1234. What a lovely sequence. Remote control. Picked this up with a bunch of other bits and pieces, and I'm pretty sure these are about 45 quid. I must have done something wrong there. Oh well, who cares? It's not even £12, it's £10.80 all in. That is an absolute steal. Fair play to that one. £9.29 for the polar bear stocking. This is the last one, I think. No, I've got one left, the little puppy. Might I give that to Ada? I'm not decided yet. But that's the last one gone. Or should I be a legend? Should I be a legend? Just give them 2. Shall I? And not tell them? I might do. I'm not sure. If I can remember to do it before I post it, I will. $9.29 on that. They owe me nothing now. This is the second but last laugh. This is one that's still outstanding, still missing somewhere in the ecosphere. But I actually think on the tracking, I think it might have been delivered. I'm going to check it again today because I think today it said it's out for delivery on the next working day. I'll double check that. But that's been like 10, 12 days. This is the next one that's gone out. Paid a £5 each on these. Laugh. Again, one of you guys not inspired me. You gave me the information that this is actually a place in Switzerland, Norway, Netherlands. It's like a theme park. Pixies and fairies and stuff. This one is skiing down. Sold for $17.99 because I ran a new coupon yesterday or the day before. This has sold for $17.99. This is the thing that's been sat on my shelf for ages. Just sitting up there on the back. You'll see it in the videos over here like that. Just sat there because I bought it for like $5. It's not worth much at all. It's battered and dented and whatever else. I've mentioned all that. I said it's dented. It's very well used. It's a Sony High 8 Pro camera case. Listed it for $19.99. As soon as I put the coupon on, somebody took full advantage and bought it for like $17.99. So that's fine. It's good. It's gone. Jellycat, Jellycat. Sold a Jellycat. Paid £12 for this one at the car boot sale. And I've had this sitting for ages and ages and ages. I mean, it's not the prettiest, is it? Look at it. It's got a right old head on it. But it's still, with the tags in the bag, had it listed for $79.99 because that was the average price at the time. And then I dropped it to $49. Somebody sent me an offer of $35 and I thought, ugh, what a cheeky swine. So I upped it back to, I think, $89.99 and then reduced it just yesterday to $69.99 and then put the coupon on and it sold for £62.99. So my point is I've had this listed for cheaper during its life cycle but it never sold. It has now. £12 into $62.99. It's not terrible, is it? And last but not least, we have sold a Google Nest, but I want to show you a little trick with it because I've got to do something with it now, so I might as well show you while we're here. So this is a Google Nest. I have sold it for £21.99, but I do need to reset this again because I'd already reset it once, but I'll set it up for the next person, so I had to add it to my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to show you how to reset these again. They're very, very simple. Believe it or not, up here, there is buttons. There you go, see? Hey, Google, what's the date today?
It's Wednesday, the 3rd of December, 2025.
My God, he sounds sexy, doesn't he? Well, anyway, I feel like Ashens right now. Where's my brown leather sofa? So in order to reset these, it's quite simple. Turn the mic off. It'll probably kick off at you and say, the mic's off, the mic's off. We can't listen to you and send you adverts.
The mic's off.
See? And then what we do is we touch and hold this button until the light comes on, and then it will make a sound, and then you release it once the sound is done, basically. So you touch on here. Just wait. Be patient.
You're about to completely reset this device. Release to cancel.
Stop panicking, love. I need to reset you. There's the tone. Let go. And now it will just sit and reset itself, basically. See how sticky that is. Pop it that way. There you go, sticks nicely on there. But that will just work itself in the background now. Once it's reset, it will say, your Google is reset. And then it's perfectly ready for the next customer. So there we go, we've got a nice few sales out there, ready to clear out for the midweek. Thank you to Alaya, and thank you to Lee and everyone else who's picked anything up that might not have left a message. And just remember, if you are out there expecting parcels over this Christmas period, it does take longer. You know, there's not just people sending 15 parcels a day like they used to, for example. Just want to make it simple. Some of these people are now sending 80 parcels a day. Times that by however many thousands and thousands of people, plus people sending Christmas presents and whatever else. These places get backlogged, they get delayed, they get short-staffed, they have to drag in temporary people, which, you know, temporary don't really care too much either, do they? So there's loads of different factors amongst it. If you're expecting parcels or presents from loved ones or anything to arrive, just expect a delay. It's the same every year. Nothing changes. It's always slow. And there we go. We're all ready. You're saying, we're done now.
To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet. The mic's off.
The mic's off. Bye.